Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. There have been many times that I have filmed a makeup tutorial or a get ready with me, but I always end up deleting them, and one of the reasons why is that I'm just really self-conscious about doing my makeup on camera because I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just someone that likes makeup and enjoys doing her makeup, and I have no particular skill or training in it. But Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays, and before you guys all go and say, oh, it's because you're married and you're, newlywed and all this, I have had, rough Valentine's Days too. When I was in high school, my high school boyfriend actually broke up with me on Valentine's Day, so I've had a bad Valentine's Day. I can appreciate a fun Galentine's Day with my girlfriends, but I like Valentine's Day because it just so happens Valentine's Day is like an accumulation of all my favorite things. My favorite color is red. I love hearts. They're my favorite shape. I love roses. So basically it takes all the things that I love and sticks it all into one day. So in regards to that, I really enjoy it and I love just all things Valentine's. With that in mind, I decided that if there were going to be a time that I was going to film a kind of makeup tutorial, get ready with me, it should be for Valentine's Day. So here I am, and I wanted to do a look that was kind of simple, very easy to do, something that you could wear during the day on Valentine's Day, or if you are going out and doing a Galentine's Day, something that would work for that as well. Also, I should note, just in case you guys are wondering, I am wearing this nail polish here by 100% Pure in tomato. I've had it on for 5 days and it is still looking good. So I was kind of surprised by that, and I really have been enjoying this color, especially as we're approaching Valentine's Day. So I've already done a few steps in my makeup routine. I started out, as always, with the Physicians Formula Organic Rose CC Cream. I like to apply this kind of as like my base, my first step. It helps to kind of even out my skin tone and also provide some really great sun coverage, which is important to me. A new addition to my routine has been setting the Physicians Formula with the Alima Pure Satin Matte Foundation, and I have the shade here in Cool 2, and I've really been liking this as a little bit of additional coverage because I've been dealing with some breakouts lately and my skin's been a little blotchy, so this has been great to give a little bit extra coverage. And even though it does not specifically say that it has SPF, I have read the ingredients and it contains a lot of zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, which are the ingredients that provide SPF in sunscreens. So, and I read on their website too that yes, it does in fact contain those, so it does do a little bit of sun protection. So I feel like when combining that with the Physicians Formula Organic Rose CC Cream, which has a pretty high SPF, and then putting this on top, I feel safe and I feel like I'm getting a lot of good sun protection. To conceal, I went in, as always, with my RMS Uncover Up, and I have the shade 00, and I just put this under my eyes, and then I set it with the RMS Unpowder, the not tinted unpowder. So the last thing I did before we're starting off here is I went in and filled in my brows, and I used the Root Brow Pomades in Ash Brown, and then the one in, I don't know what the next darker shade is called, but I kind of use a combination of these two brow pomades, and so I use those to fill in my brows. So to start off with, I'm going to take this Root bronzer, and I have the shade Original Bronze, and I'm going to pick it up. This is the Furless MF3 brush, so you don't need to do this step. I like kind of doing I kind of do like a cross between a bronze and a contour because I don't want something quite as harsh as a contour, but I don't really like the look of it just being bronzed either, so I kind of do like a blended contour is the way I like to think of it. And I'd like to do that to just kind of accent my cheekbones, and you don't have to do that, but why I like doing that is my husband really likes my cheekbones. I don't know, he always really likes my cheeks, and so I like to kind of make sure that those look really nice. It makes me happy because it makes him happy. So I dust a little bit of the Original Bronze. It's a loose powder, and so I dust it into the cap here and then pick it up with the brush. now I'm going to apply the Honeybee Gardens blush in Breathless, and I like this because this is a very easy, very wearable blush for me. I know that it is probably too light for a lot of you, and so I would just go with kind of your favorite neutral, just kind of light pink or peach blush. I'm going to pick this blush up with the Fearless M51. For highlight, I am going to go in with the Root White Gold highlight. It can be a little bit of a kind of strong highlight, so if you want to go in with a more natural highlight, I would do that. I find this one to not be as strong on me as I've seen on Instagram and on YouTube because I am fairer skinned. I find it to not be quite as like beaming as it is on a lot of people. And I'm going to pick this up with this e.l.f. brush. I have no idea. It doesn't have any numbers on it or any names, so I have no idea what it is. I just remember I got it from Target a while ago, so it just kind of looks like this, and it works well for applying highlight. And I'm just gonna brush this along the top of my cheekbones. Just like so. Even though I do have oily skin, I do like applying a highlight to the top of my cheekbones because in the winter my skin can get a little bit dry, especially when it gets cold and kind of windy. And so this just gives a nice glow to my skin that can sometimes be a little bit absent during the winter. Next, I'm going to go in with what I'm sure won't surprise you, but this is my Alima Pure Eye Primer. I have fallen in love with this and I really can't imagine doing eye makeup without starting out with this. So I just take a little dab of it and I'll just do one eye. Just kind of blend it in with my finger. And then just go in with the other, and do the other eye. And what I find is this dries so fast, so you don't want to put it on one eye and then put it on the other eye and then blend out the one eye and then try and go back and blend out the other eye because it will already have dried in on this eye. So you want to put it on, blend it out, and then put it on, blend it out. For eyes today, I'm going to do a combination and use these two trios, both of which I got from Target. So this one here is the Gabriel Cosmetics Classic Eyeshadow Trio, and I have talked about this one a lot. I really like it. It is a really good just base, and so that is why I'm going to go in with this one to get a good crease shade. This one here is the Love Cubed eyeshadow trio from Pacifica, and the names of these eyeshadows are Ethereal, Lovely, and Dreamy. I have no idea which one refers to which color, but I really like these two ones here, the two shimmers. This one here I find just doesn't have a lot of pigment, so I really don't use that, but I like to use these two here. I'm going to go in with this shade here, which they call the lid shade. I use it as a crease shade, so I'm gonna go in with this shade here on this kind of fluffy brush from Morphe, and I got this in a set, so you can't really purchase it individually. So I kind of focused the color on the outer edge of my eye and didn't bring it too far inward. And I just like to do that. I wanted to do that for this look to keep my eyes kind of very open and wide awake. The most important thing with the step is to just be patient and blend and blend and blend and blend. That is the hardest thing about doing eyeshadow, I find, is just to be patient and blend enough. The other thing too that's really nice about this eyeshadow trio is if you get your crease shade up too high, you can take this light, kind of what they call the brow bone shade, but on me it works really well, to take it and kind of go up here and just kind of help blend out the eyeshadow that gets a little bit too far up, and it just kind of helps to blend out the eyeshadow up at the top of your crease, just to make sure everything looks nice and blended and smooth. Now that we've got that all blended out, I like to then go in with this darker shade here, which is what they call a crease shade. And I just picked that up on the you see how this brush has kind of got a little bit of a tip to it? So I like to pick up that color kind of right here. And then I just lay it down in the crease and keep it really low in the inner corner and just kind of blend it out. And that just gives my crease a little bit more definition. Just kind of pick that up on the end there. Once again, you want to just make sure you get everything really well and blended. So now for the fun part, I'm going to go in and pick up this kind of copper shade on this Furless ME5 brush. I'm just going to kind of pack this on to my eyelid. What I like to do once I kind of get that packed on is I will go and pick up a little bit more of this copper color on my brush, just kind of dig in and grab it. And then I love to use this rose water glycerin spray, and I have the one from Heritage Store. I picked this up on Amazon. I've also seen it in my Whole Foods. And you can make your own rose water and glycerin spray. It's kind of funny because I'm a chemist and I really didn't feel like making and mixing my own. So, because I'm like, I do this all day long. I don't want to do this also at home as well. So I bought this on Amazon, and it works really well to wet your eyeshadow. And that's because the glycerin is kind of more oily. It helps to give your eyeshadow that more foiled look that you get with MAC Fix Plus, because the ingredient in MAC Fix Plus that really gives you that very foiled, very wet eyeshadow look is actually the glycerin. So this has got that. So this is a great way to get that eyeshadow look. And I just kind of mist my brush here like that. And then you will see how much this intensifies this copper color by doing this. And I got up a little bit higher than I intended on this eye, because I'm using a new brush and it was a little larger than I was expecting. So I'm going to go back into the Gabriel Cosmetics and kind of blend this color out a little bit. And also I think I'm going to darken up the outer V just a little bit more as well. So I'm going to go back in and blend with this color and then use this color to darken up the outer V. While I'm at it and I have this Gabriel Cosmetics eyeshadow trio, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. pencil brush, and this is, let's see, this is number 202, and this is from their Beautifully Precise line, and I'm going to use this to just kind of smudge out the lower lash line and just give my lower eyelashes some definition. And I'm going to go in first with this lighter shade here, and then really close to the lash line with this darker shade here. The final step for our eyes is going to be to highlight the inner corner and under the brow bone, and I'm going to use this light shade here on the Pacifica Love Cube Trio. And I'm going to do that with this Morphe pencil brush here, and I once again got this in a set of Morphe brushes, so it doesn't have a number. And last but not least, I'm going to go in with my Root 100% Lash Mascara. This is definitely my favorite mascara I've so far found in Green and Eco Beauty. And it lasts really well, and it doesn't smudge, and it doesn't bleed on me, which is also great. I was kind of on the fence about whether to go with the 100% pure fruit pigmented lipstick in Foxglove or to go with the lip glaze in Elderberry, but I think for today I'm going to go with the lipstick in Foxglove. So I think this will be just really nice to kind of offset these a little bit bolder eyes, but still very kind of wearable daytime eyes. There you have a very easy, very wearable daytime Valentine's Day look, or for Galentine's Day, or if you just want an easy makeup look to wear out on a date. I hope you found this video useful and entertaining. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, especially because this is my first tutorial-esque kind of video. I hope you found it fun and maybe found it a little bit inspiring. Anyway, thank you so much, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also check out my Instagram. I'll have my handle down below. It's at naturallybeautifulgirl. And be sure to check out some of my other videos. I think you might like those as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!